is some instrument changing in this one. I'm hoping to keep it simple. I'm sorry for any random cuts or whatever. But it helps if I start with the right chords.
Hi everyone, me Mitchell James calling, and I'm starting off with my friend Lam. Hi Lam.
Hello.
So this video is all about CYPRUS, and Lam is...
Okay.
Pardon?
I say okay.
Okay, yeah, CYPRUS. So it's Greece's neighbor. The song's called Replay by Tamta, and I'll be really interested to see what you think of this. He's the lucky first person to react to it.
Oh, awesome.
So yeah, check it out, Lam.
All right, so 1, 2, 3, here we go. Ah.
Here's what I really think of CYPRUS. Created buzz, it created hype. Did it deliver to the hype? Well, let's see. I'm dissecting it, so let's begin.
Wow. Yeah, impressive. Interesting. What an attractive lady. And yeah, I think she did very well with this song. Very upbeat song. Good melody, and I think it fits, you know, the EDM style, which I really enjoy. It can be a good stuff for me, like, to listen before I get to the gym. You know, it makes me very, very, very excited. But again, you know, I couldn't really understand the meaning of the video. Too many scenes, and all the scenes look so different to each other, so I couldn't really understand. But yeah, overall speaking, good song and good performance, and yeah, it makes me very curious to see how it's going to be performed on the actual stage.
Do you think there's a lot of symbolism in the music videos this year, and it's very complex to understand?
Yeah, I think it's way too complex for me, but I think, you know, maybe, you know, other people, they may find a way to understand it. Yeah.
Maybe they need to use all these music videos like in English class at high school or something, and get people to analyze it.
I mean, like, it's a good approach as well, because, you know, it's going to draw people attention and curiosity. You know, they might want to, you know, listen to that again, watch the video more carefully, just to understand, just to pick out some details which may help them to interpret the video, maybe.
Do you get what the song means with the lyrics? Replay.
I can only catch the, you know, you need my love on reply. So
yeah,
I don't understand.
I think that's kind of what the song is just about, just liking someone so much. Yeah, so you said you listened to this as a psych up song, along with Italy, I'm assuming?
Yeah.
Because you said you listened to Italy in the gym, and so you listened to CYPRUS in the going to the gym as well?
Yeah, this one's going to be before the gym, you know.
Before the gym, okay. And what's really going to be during the gym? Or after?
Yeah, give me some, you know, boost. You know,
would this be like a song if you went out to like clubs or out partying?
Yeah, definitely. You know, when you get a few shots and you listen to this song, man, that's a great combo.
When they perform this at Eurovision, do you think it'll be really good, possibly, or really bad?
Wow, good question. Well, I think the boundaries, it could be, you know, a game changer, but it could be a flop. Who knows?
And also, you think it really depends on the effort they put into it?
Yeah, because, you know, when you perform it on the stage and when you make the music video, you cannot bring everything from the video to the stage, right? You can just have only to pick one and then choose that one piece to bring on the stage. So
They might change it up completely though.
Yeah, exactly.
Or they could just have motorbikes on stage. That'd be pretty cool.
Yeah, they need some dirt as well, so I don't think that's a good idea.
Maybe it'll be like, at Shanghai they have like those motorbike shows where they go like in a ball and like they
yeah, I know that one.
Yeah, maybe. I have a feeling they wouldn't approve it though. But yeah, that's cool. And so the singer, what did you think of her voice?
Yeah, impressive. Very. I feel like she has a very strong characteristic through her voice and through her facial expression in the video.
So she's a good performer as well, you think?
Yeah, I believe her. I believe.
Oh, awesome. Do you think this would have appeal to a lot of people in different countries?
It could be. It's hard to tell. It's hard to tell.
Say if you were listening to the radio in the car in Vietnam, in Hanoi, and this song came on, do you think it would be well received in Vietnam?
Yeah, sure. But I don't think my parents are going to like it, They don't really like my upbeat songs. So, yeah, but I think like if I were in the car with my friend or if it was in, riding Uber and it suddenly came up or the driver plays this song in his car, be like, man, I'll give you an extra star for this one.
Do you think it would be on like a show like MTV or something?
Yeah, sure. Why not? I don't see why not.
Do you think the young bloods would like this song?
Yeah, definitely, man. Definitely. Very EDM and yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. Have we heard an EDM song yet?
I mean, like EDM, actually, all, some of these upbeat songs just need a tiny bit of, remix. It could,
It can happen a lot. A lot of songs get a revamp, like they say.
So yeah.
You think this could easily do with a bit of tweaking or other?
Yeah, sure. Just a tiny bit of retouching, will be a great EDM version of that.
Yeah, well, the more I'm talking to you, the more I'm really excited to see what your ranking will be at the end of all this. I can't wait.
Yeah,
so
sure.
Everyone will have to wait to the end to see what Lamb thought. It'll be really unique for sure. So, yeah, thanks so much, Lamb. We'll move on. Oh.
New page. They get a double spread each. It's really convenient because I do like the analysis on one page and then the comments on another one. Works out nicely.
Great. We're here with Elysse Turner.
Hello.
So we're talking about CYPRUS to begin with in this one, Replay, Tamta. And what did you think of Replay? If you didn't know, we went from Greece, which was pink on pink, and now we've gone to CYPRUS, which is pink on pink, their neighbor.
Really? I did not know that. That's cool, though.
Did you see the music video? You just didn't...
I did see the music video. I just didn't comprehend that. Like, I made different notes. Actually, I think the top thing was that it was pink, started pink too. Yeah, more pink and Chul was my first note from the video. I mean, I like Chul though. Chul's cool. I used to have, well, I still do have quite a few Chul skirts. They're not bad. None of them are pure pink though. You're looking at black and rainbow. Bit of a different color scheme for me. Yeah. So let's have a look at this song from CYPRUS. We have Replay by Tamta. So another female singer. We're really bringing it on the female power this week. It is all about female empowerment in our reviews for this section. So that's exciting. And we got one language, which is English. And our vocal range is B3 to E5. So that's like, I don't think I can reach that on my keyboard. It's, 2 and a bit octaves. Just like, yeah. Our key is in D major. So it's our third major key this round. That's exciting. We're at 4/4 time signature, and our beats per minute are at 102, which is moderato, which basically just means moderate speed. Nice and simple, moderato. We have 5 chords in this song. So we're in D major with 5 chords. Our first chord is a D. Then we got chord 2 with E minor. We have chord 4 with G major. Chord 5 with A major. And then chord 6 with B minor, which I'm telling you now I'm going to play wrong. Oh no, that's right. I second guessed myself a lot. So those are our 5 chords for this song. Our instruments are the vocals, the drums, we have some synth, and we got some really like a mix of synth stuff. So we have some marimba sort of sounds in this one, which is like a bit like a xylophone but wooden. We've got a massive sort of saw sound, which is that bassy, crunchy effect that you hear at the start of the song. And we all have our held ambient sound, which is, you know, a classic synth favorite. And I think we've got a guitar sound. And I'm saying it's synth because we only hear it in the intro. You don't really hear it much elsewhere. I could be wrong, but I'm going to assume it's a part of the synth group of sounds that they're using because it's quite an electronic song, and so it makes sense for them to be using a lot of synth sounds. It's much easier for them to edit when it comes to actually creating the song. But then we've also got another instrument in there, which I almost missed, but that is pretty cool. We have some steel pan drums. So do you know what steel pan drums are?
I don't think so. Oh, wait, are they like... Is it like kind of street drum things? Like,
sort of. Like, have you ever heard of there's like this little like weird instrument that's like a steel pan, and it's like, it just looks like a spaceship, and then if you like bang on it, it's got those melody bits. It's a bit like that, but it's opposite. So the steel pan sort of it's got a fancy name.
do you use your hand or do you use like a palette?
Well, with the steel pan drums, you're using a palette, but with the thing I was talking about, which is called like a hang or something, I think. Yeah, it's a hang, instrumental steel pan. That's a hand pan. So it's a bit like that in terms of sound quality, and that's probably what you see on the viral videos of like, you know, a street performer sitting with like this spaceship looking thing in their lap and they're like playing it. So it's that sort of sound, but it's a proper drum on a stand, and you're playing it with like mallets, and you're getting this really like high tinny sort of sound. I watched a really cool video once where it was a whole band playing differently tuned steel pan drums, and so it's like this, you know how you can sort of get band like brass bands. It was like a steel pan drum band.
Wow.
And it was all played on the drums, and it was all really melodic and really cool. So they've got like a lot of potential, and I thought it was really exciting to see that in this song.
Yeah, totally. Elysse, I just sent you a link. I'm curious if the drum I'm thinking of is the steel pan drum.
No, that's not really the drum.
No, I'm not. Oh, okay. So it's kind of like got an island sound about it.
Yeah, but it's like, it's not there for the whole song. It's just a little bit of the song. So it's subtle and it's kind of in the background, but it was pretty cool. I heard that. I'm like, oh, I know that sound. What is that instrument? And I figured it out. I'm like, that's exciting. It's something different. It's an instrument we haven't seen in the competition so far. So I was pretty excited about that.
Good find.
Yeah, accidental find. So our structure, we have an intro for 4 bars. We have verse 1 for 8, and then a pre-chorus for 8, followed by a chorus for 8. Now that seems like a long time. You've got 8, 8, and 8, evenly spaced out. Usually a pre-chorus is a bit shorter than a chorus, but hey, it's all right. It kind of works. So you've got that. Then you repeat that again. So another verse 2, pre-chorus for 8, and then chorus for 8. And then we got a bridge for 4 bars, and then we have a pre-chorus for 13 bars, which sounds weird, but hear me out. The first bit is to sort of build it up and remix what the pre-chorus starts with into like a slightly different variation before it does the normal pre-chorus, again with a bit more of a built-up vibe. And then we have a chorus for 4 bars, so that's half the length of the normal choruses. but that's their song structure.
Which section would be the like, you got my heart on replay, you ripped it on replay?
I considered that the chorus because it was the title of the song. I'm like, you know what? I'll take that as the chorus rather than the. Otherwise, it's like an instrumental, and I'm like, well, you kind of lose. That's the key part of the song. I'd say that would be the focus rather than like an instrumental break sort of thing. So it's an electronic song. It's a bit, you know, the sections are a little less defined, but because it's got replay and it's emphasizing the name of the song, I would argue that part is the chorus.
This music video, what did you think of it?
Yeah, so video, she looks a bit like Britney Spears meets Lady Gaga. Because, you know, like Britney Spears and Toxic sort of Britney Spears, not shaved head Britney Spears.
Yeah.
Because she's got a lot of costume changes going on. She's got that staring at the camera moody thing going on. And because the costumes were so extravagant, I'm like a bit Lady Gaga-esque. And she's also got the confidence of Gaga, I think. It's not just camera staring, it's confidence and, you know, bit of both of those girls I think I could see in her. But there's so much going on in this video. It feels like a very 2000s video vibe where you're just like, oh, okay, so what are the fun things we could do? We're going to do them. Which one? So I made a little list of things that they do in the video. We have dirt bikes. We have champagne, because, you know, who doesn't need champagne? That looks like aliens, but I don't think that's what I wrote. Chains, that's what it is. She was holding chains for a bit. We have a lot of 90s bejeweled sunnies in one of her costumes. And I'm like, wow, that's retro. Like, it feels like a bit of a homage to the past of music videos. We have some marshmallows dropping from the sky, because why not? So, like, maybe a 3-year-old or like a 6-year-old designed this video. That's the sort of vibe I'm getting from that. I mean, maybe not with the next point, though, because we have some shirtless metal workers. We have a lot of shirtless guys, actually, with paint splashing on them, dripping honey all over them, smashing glass. Like, it was a bit intense. Like, there was a lot to process in this video. But very, very 2000s vibe, very let's do the sex sells thing vibe, and I don't know, I didn't quite know where to look half the time because it changed so quickly and there was just so much going on. And it was like a really catchy song, but the message didn't really do it for me either. So you've got this really mixed video which doesn't really say anything. It's just like, I'm rich, I'm cool, come at me, which matches the message, like, don't get me wrong, which is essentially, don't you miss me, etc. You can't live without me. Let's get back to what we had. We'll redo this. We'll replay this scene again because I'm the top shit sort of thing. That was the vibe I got. And, you know, it was using a lot of sex to sell, or the sex appeal to sell. And I wasn't buying it, I guess. Although, you know, I don't mind some shirtless guys, but, you know, I don't really need it in my music videos so much these days. Unless there's something more happening there, like I need my story. Is she falling in love with the guys? No, she's using them. Let's be real.
Yeah, I understand that.
What about you? What do you think?
Yeah, I think, see, there's a little bit of story behind this with Eurovision, because last year, I don't know if you know, there was a song called Fuego, which did rather well very quickly at Eurovision, and that was a CYPRUS song. And so a lot of people are saying that this is the new Fuego, and it's better than Fuego, and I was trying to copy it. And so I think one thing that they did have similarities is that, yes, it was a really kind of generic storyline, and they didn't really portray it visually at all. But yeah, I feel like it's very much like a cool dance track, but that's kind of all there is. I think this one has a bit of better melody in the verses. And I think ultimately, when it comes to the chorus, their aim was just to impress kind of dance people or give like a high energy performance. That's it.
Yeah, it was a very dancey song. Like, if I'm not paying attention to it, really, I think it'd be great. But because I guess I am paying attention and I'm expecting, I don't know, I've got this sort of standard that I've built up over this analysis, and it just doesn't really fit to the sort of messages that the others are saying. It doesn't try to do any of that. It's just a generic bubblegum sort of pop song, I felt. And you could do so much more. You've got this massive world platform, and you're kind of wasting it on that.
Yeah. And this one was actually the first song to be announced, but then it was one of the last songs to be revealed. So they announced in December the title of the track. That's all we got. And then in March, at the beginning of March, we got the audio. Well, they actually teased it with the audio of the chorus, and then they teased us with the full audio. And everyone's like, oh, it's just like the same.
So their build-up didn't really work then. Overhyped, underdelivered.
Yeah. I'll see what some people are really into it. I think CYPRUS has gained a lot of fans over the past 2 years. There was someone in one of the other review videos who, whenever there's an upbeat song this year, they're like, oh, well, you know, they're not CYPRUS. CYPRUS should be getting that song if it's upbeat. You can't own upbeat songs.
CYPRUS needed to steal someone else's upbeat song then.
Yeah. Exactly.
Well, like, I will say this though, there is a group of songs from Eurovision this year which could go really well, like, in a clubbing scene, and maybe they should all band together and have a party because it's the right context for those songs. But this one in particular, it's very much focused at that. Maybe it's more focused on the longevity rather than the competition.
I have this theory that generally the musical trend of Eurovision every year is 6 years behind. So I feel like this is the year that dance pop music began happening 6 years ago.
So the music's 6 years behind and the video's 16 years behind.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Yeah, so we've only last year was when we really started to get these choruses that were instrumental choruses, because I was liking at the time, like there were a lot of instrumental chorus songs on the radio, and I was like, at least with Eurovision we still have vocal choruses, but now we don't.
And then they disappointed you.
Yeah.
I mean, we've got a 50-50 split at the moment.
Yeah.
Each. No calculations done in this guesstimate.
Yeah. So anyway, yeah, that was great. That was CYPRUS. Well, I'll be really intrigued to see in your ranking where CYPRUS is anyway, along with a lot of
Me
others.
too. Like, I didn't hate it. I just don't know where it's going to end up in the grand scheme of things.
Yeah, I think I'm the same. So, yeah. So thank you very much, Elysse. I'm here with Stuart Wilders. We're talking about CYPRUS, replay Tamta. Now we're talking about Greece. She was wearing a pink costume. I don't know if you watched the music video for CYPRUS, Stuart.
She's also wearing a black veil, isn't she?
Yeah, there's a kind of a matching pink costume thing going on there.
Yeah.
So what do you think, replay? We had Fuego last year. Did very well. Replay.
Yeah, same songwriters, same stage choreographer been employed for Tamta. Okay. She's tried to represent CYPRUS a few times, also Greece. She tried to represent Greece, I think, in 2008. And yeah, she's a Eurovision fan. It's going to be in the style of Fuego, for sure. It will be performed similarly, but do not expect the same staging or similar staging. It won't be the same. It will be deliberately different. They'll also be seeing some very similar staging to Fuego with a few other different countries, most notably Switzerland. So I don't believe CYPRUS are just going to go for a direct replica. They will switch it up. But on the other hand, she's a good singer, possibly better singer than Elysse. Maybe not quite as good a dancer as Elysse. So you can take from that as you will. Sure, they will come up with something which will suit her, which may not be the same sort of style as Elysse did last year. But vocally, I'm expecting better than last year.
What do you think of this song? I remember this was one of the early announcements, but it was just a song title we got. Then we got a bit of a teaser, and then we got demo tracks, and then we got a full version. So overall, what's your final take of the song for you as just a song?
I think it's everything you'd want from a bit of a banger, really. It's a great dance anthem. We're playing it for probably months and years ahead, regardless of how it does in Tel Aviv. I mean, everyone's putting this down as a winner, as a surefire winner, or a top 5 at least. I wouldn't be too sure, actually, because there are many similar songs. I mentioned Switzerland. I probably also put Malta in that bracket. So there is a danger they all count each other out because they're too similar. But on the other hand, Cyprus have a winning formula. They've been doing really well lately. And one of my colleagues on Elysse Fan TV won't thank me for saying that the Cyprus may not win it. I'm sure you know I'm talking about Oban. He's put his money on Cyprus to win it. He's expecting Cyprus to win. I'm not sure, to be honest. I could see it doing okay, but not that well.
Oban's a great character. I was going to say Oban's a great character, but I will say he's a perfect example of why you don't vote for your own country at Eurovision.
Yeah, exactly. Well, we do that in the UK too. But it's a really good song. We will play it forever. That's for sure. It'll be on everyone's playlist, regardless of how it does. Will it win? I think it'll do well, but well at Eurovision can mean anything. If you make the final, it's doing well these days. So top 10 for me. Questionable winner.
But doesn't that happen a lot every year? We have a country that just didn't get it the year before, and then everyone says that country's going to do really well the next year.
Yeah, and they always do the same. They always kind of falter. They always sort of, the next year they send something quite similar. It's somehow it becomes sort of 10th to 15th. They go, well, what happened there? Well, it's because everybody else picks the same sort of style and cancels you out.
Yeah.
And let's face it, us fans, we know every song inside and out every year. But regular viewers on TV, just turn that TV on for Eurovision once a year. They haven't got a clue what was last year. They don't remember Fuego. They won't remember Elaine. They'll remember the song, of course. They probably listen to the song still, but they won't turn on and go, oh, Cyprus nearly won it last year. Let's go and vote for Cyprus. That doesn't happen. That never happens.
But I will say that I don't think a repeating trend has ever really done well at winning. Like, if you look at the one that wins, it's something that's completely new and fresh. And that's because people really just care about new stuff in the end.
Yeah, and how it comes across on stage, where it's positioned on the night, and lots of different factors. It's not just if it's a banger. Okay, good example. If you put Elenia on first last year, would it have come second? If you'd put Toy somewhere else on the night, let's say Toy was first on, would it have done as well as it did and win? Who knows? The position is really important.
Look at Alexander Rybak. He was first to perform, and did not do that well, but yeah.
Well, exactly. Yeah, and I think didn't he win the semi?
Yeah, he did. So yeah, and then he came 11th overall, didn't he? Or maybe 11th. Yeah. So interesting. And that's also, Alexander's an example of Monday you're hot, Tuesday you're not as well. Remember, he was a runaway winner in 2009.
Nobody remembers what happened yesterday.
Exactly.
And we quickly forget. And, you see that in a lot of national finals too.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, great. So thank you so much, Stuart. Thanks to the jury. Thanks for watching. Subscribe to see more. Check out Elysse Fan TV. And until next time, bonsoir, Europe. Bye-bye.
Who will make the cut? Who will win our hearts? MJT.